Hi, I'm Kayia Baker, Piano School Director.
And my name is Andy Ament, Executive Director here at Pianos for People.
And today we're going to teach you about major scales. And what you're going to learn is what a scale is and why it's important, what is a major scale and how it's constructed, the musical alphabet and the circle of fifths, constructing major scales, and finger patterns on the piano. What is a scale? Well, a scale is an ordered sequence of notes that divide an octave and are made up of small intervals of half and whole steps and provide the framework for melody and harmony.
So, why do we study scales? As Kayia mentioned, scales are the foundation of both our melody and our harmony, which means any of the music that you're trying to learn is based on scales. So the more we practice scales, the more we understand them, the more we get them under our fingers, the faster we're going to learn that new piece.
So now let's talk about how to build a scale. A scale, remember, is a series of intervals dividing into an octave, and we will use two of our smallest intervals, whole steps and half steps, to create scales. So now let's talk about what a half step is and a whole step on the piano. I'm going to show you, first of all, the half steps. A half step means you're going to the immediate next key. You're not skipping anything. So those are half steps, and it's also known as chromatic. Okay, that means you're moving again. All right, now a whole step, you're always going to skip over a key. So from C to D is a whole step. We skipped over the black key. From D to E is a whole step. We skipped over the black key. Now here's where it gets tricky. From E to F is not a whole step because there's no key in between. So in order for E to get to a whole step off of E, we would go to the black key. All right, so just remember, a whole step means that there is a key that has been skipped over. All right, so from E to F sharp is a whole step. Now let's carry on. F to G is a whole step because we skipped over the black key. G to A is a whole step because we skipped over the black key. A to B is a half step because we skipped over is a whole step because we skipped over the black key. But B to C is a half step. So in order for us to create a whole step, we would go from B to C sharp. So again, here's our whole steps. C to D, D to E, but E to F sharp makes a whole step, okay? F to G is a whole step, G to A is a whole step, A to B is a whole step, but B to C sharp makes the whole step here. So always remember, you're going to be skipping over a key.
So now that we know about half steps and whole steps, let's learn about a major scale. Why do we start with major scales? It's because major scales are the building blocks of all Western music. So many of our melodies and all of our other scales are really built off of the foundation that major scales provide. If you think you don't know what a major scale sounds like, I promise you, you do. We hear it all the time in music. Our solfege system, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and so many of our melodies are built on major scales. So I promise you, you know what it sounds like, even if you don't know what a major scale is itself. So as Kayia mentioned, we're building our major scales off of half steps and whole steps. So the pattern of half steps and whole steps to build a major scale is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Again, that's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now let's apply that pattern of whole steps and half steps to the piano. So if we start on C, we're going up a whole step. So we're skipping, again, skipping C sharp, whole step, half step. We go whole step, half step. Again, that's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And that gives us our C major scale. Now, let's start on a different note and see how we can construct a major scale. So let's just start on D, for example. So here and now we skip to go a whole step, Now, just like Kayia talked about, skipping, we're going to skip this F and go straight to F sharp. So it's going to go D, E, F sharp. Now, half step, whole step, whole step. Now again, we're going another whole step, so there's no black key there, so I'm going up to C sharp. And this is where we get to our black keys, our sharps and our flats. So I get to B to C sharp to D. So I have D, whole step to E, whole step to F sharp, half step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, whole step to C sharp, and half step back to D. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half.
Another way to build a scale is to use the musical alphabet and the circle of fifths. Now, the musical alphabet is simply the first 7 letters of our alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they just repeat all the way up the piano. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on.
Now that we have our musical alphabet, we can turn to the circle of fifths or the circle of fourths to add our sharps and flats. The circle of fifths or circle of fourths is really a key to adding those sharps and flats to our scales. So if we look at it, we start on C at the top. We move one direction, we move in fifths around the piano. And the other direction, we move in fourths. When we move in fifths, we're adding a sharp or taking away a flat. When we move in fourths, we're adding a flat or taking away a sharp. The last piece we want to make sure we understand is the order of sharps and the order of flats. When we add our sharps and add our flats, we always want to do them in these specific orders. So for our sharps, the order is F, C, G, D, A. And our order of flats is B, E, A, D, G. Again, our order of sharps is F, C, G, D, A. And our order of flats is B, E, A, D, G.
Now, let's put it all together. Here are the rules for how we use the musical alphabet. Use every letter in order, no skips, no repeats. Start with just the letters, even if the scale starts on a sharp or a flat.
Now that we have the letters of our scale, we need to add the sharps or the flats to complete our major scale. To do this, we turn back to the circle of fifths or circle of fourths, locate our key, determine how many sharps or how many flats it has, and add them. The key is we always want to add our sharps and flats in the order of the sharps or flats that we just discussed. Remember that the starting and ending note of this scale may also be a sharp or a flat. Now let's put it all together on the piano. So we're going to take our musical alphabet. We're going to start A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Again, we're using all the letters, no skips, no repeats. So we're going to start with that alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now if I look on the circle of fifths, I'll see that the key of A has 3 sharps. So I need to add 3 sharps to those. I need to add 1 sharp, F sharp, 2, C sharp, 3, G sharp. Again, that's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. So now I have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And that's how I can construct my A major scale. Now let's go to a different scale and see if we can do the same thing. So maybe let's start on something like B flat. Now, if I look and I say, start with my musical alphabet, I start on B, I go B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Again, all my letters, no skips, no flats, but starting on B this time. So B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now, if I look at my circle of fifths or circle of fourths, I know that we're adding 2 flats. So that would be B flat, which is where we're starting now, and E flat. So I keep all the other letters. I have B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. So again, I'm hitting all my letters, but making those 2, B flat and E flat, flat. So again, that's B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat.
Now we're going to talk about something unique to the piano, and that's the finger patterns. You want to avoid using your thumbs and your pinkies on the black keys. And the reason for that is because they're shorter and they will throw off your flow as you're moving up the scale. All right, so now we're going to talk about the fingering, because there's a specific way to play your scales, and the fingering that's most commonly known is that you're going to go finger 1, 2, 3, cross under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do that again. This is ascending. Finger 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I did there is I crossed that thumb under. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you descend, coming back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossover. 3, 2, 1. Let's look at the left hand. So whereas the right hand starts on finger 1, the left hand starts on finger 5, your pinky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And you descend. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you probably already figured out that your left hand is just doing opposite of what the treble clef is, okay? Remember I said that you do not want to use your thumb or your pinky on the black keys. So I'm going to play a scale just to show you that, and this is the F major scale. So in F major, we do not want our thumb to come up here. So this, if I played it according to the fingering that I told you first with the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, you see how awkward that is? But I'm going to play the scale this time using different finger that will not engage my thumb on the black key. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the F major scale. That's an example of what a fingering can look like if you have a scale that starts and is going to end up landing your thumb on the pinky. We don't want that. Again, this one was the F major, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. So here is a scale that's D flat major, and we're going to start on finger 2 on the black keys. So remember, we're not going to put any thumbs or pinkies on the black keys. Here we go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. No pinkies or thumbs on the black keys. There you go.